appreciated. And I'd just like to introduce someone, one of the committee members for the say a few words.
Brothers and sisters and comrades, I'm really proud to be stood here today with you. I bring solidarity from the National Union of Teachers, not just from Manchester, but from the National Union of Teachers. I've just come back from a conference. Over Easter, and we passed a motion supporting trans people, supporting their right to self-identify. And I've been a teacher for a long time. I'm a primary teacher, spend most of my time in Moss Side teaching, and I know many of you will say to me, your worst experience is when you're at school, when you got the most bullying, the most intimidation, when you're at school. School, right to disgrace what the indictment of our system, the indictment of our school system. School should be a place where we can experiment, where we can be free, where we can be creative. But let's be honest, our schools are not like that. They're places where people are crushed into conforming to a stereotype set out by the system we live in. And this is a disgrace, it's something we need to overcome. Plus people are oppressed and discriminated against. But let's be honest, we need to, prisons and capture take all sorts of different forms. If you're a person and you wake up in the morning and you deny your family who you really are, how you really feel about somebody you love, how you deny what you want to wear, you deny that, you can't tell your family openly, that is a prison. Woo! If you wake up in the morning and you think, these are the things I want to wear, this is how I want to look, this is a person I want to kiss in the street, but you cannot say that to your friends and workmates, you are in a prison. And when you look in the mirror, and you see yourself, and you have to deny to yourself who you really are, who you really want to be, what you want to wear, then you are in a prison. And when our sisters, our Muslim sisters, wake up and they think to themselves, can I wear my hijab today? Can I wear my headscarf? Because if I go on the street wearing them, then I could be abused or attacked or humiliated. Our sisters, our Muslim sisters, are in the same prison. And when our disabled brothers and sisters and comrades are denied, when they're denied their medication or the support so they can get out into the street, out into the community, they too are locked in a prison. But see, here, us today, we represent something the exact opposite with the likes of Trump and Theresa May represent. They represent division and hate and fear. We represent the exact opposite of that. We represent unity and love and support. This is a world we need to fight for. Brothers and sisters, in this world is in our grasp. Please look at us today. How beautiful are you? We're united, we're together, and we support each other. We can create that world. We can create a world of equality, of justice, of freedom. The only thing we need to do, our great division, is that we are divided. We need to overcome those divisions. We need to show solidarity and support campaigns wherever they may be. So when there's cuts in the education system, what's happening now, our education of our children is being denied, we need to support those. We need to go along and support any protests, any rallies, come together, show maximum unity. This is a period we can win, brothers and sisters and comrades. We can create a beautiful future. We can create a future of equality, justice and freedom.
Thanks very much, Chris. And as well as the NUC, we've also had messages of support from North West Region University and College Union and Manchester and Salford National Union of Journalists. They couldn't be here today, but they sent messages of support, and we're incredibly grateful for that. Now, as people have talked about, this is part of the sort of global struggle for LGBT rights. So I'm very proud to introduce the next speaker, Adoronke from African Rainbow Family.
Hello, everybody. Wow. I just want to say that I am from African Rainbow family, and we are standing in solidarity with our brothers and sisters in Chechnya and every other place where LGBTIQ people are being persecuted. Because any injustice in one place is injustice in everywhere. And I have to say thank you for organizing this rally where we can stand shoulder to shoulder and show our solidarity with our brothers and sisters. What they are facing right now is nothing different from what Africans and other people from other Commonwealth countries are facing in terms of persecution. And what I mean by that is, for countries like Nigeria, where I come from, and other Commonwealth countries who still criminalize homosexuality, it is the same pain, the same treatment that we are faced with, that our brothers and sisters are facing right now in Chechnya, even though it might not be like they're rallying everybody up. But in the countries that I've just mentioned, Nigeria, Cameroon, and some other countries from Africa, people are putting up every day for just being who they are, for just wanting to show love to someone else that they just want to show love to. And I'm sure that you know what this means when you love somebody and you just want to show who you are, and you're not able to do so because the law of the country says no, and also the culture of the country says no, and religion of the country says no. So my thinking is, they need to persecute some people, and then they found the very, very vulnerable group, which is the LGBT people, to blame for everything that is wrong in many of these countries where people are being persecuted. You and I know that we pose no threat to anybody. All we do is just loving people. And I've heard from a few heterosexual people saying the most loving people that they have come across are homosexuals. Which is true. Well, you might not know because you're doing what you're doing, but people outside could see it what you're doing and they appreciate it. But that has not stopped them from persecuting us. So that tells you a lot. So I'm just using this opportunity to say that there are LGBT asylum seekers in this country that have been sent back to homophobic countries like Nigeria, Uganda, Cameroon, name them all, especially in Nigeria, where I come from. They are colluding right now with the UK government in what we call chartered flights. It's mass deportation. And LGBT people happen to be part of these people that they are deporting. Every month, the government has this chartered flight going from the UK to Nigeria and Ghana, and in fact, Pakistan. And we have LGBT people on these flights. So when they get back to those countries, they just get handed over to the government, who would then know that they claimed based on their sexuality in this country. So they're going to face persecution, they're going to go to jail, they're going to face even more justice. So please and please, let us come together and continue to fight for freedom for our brothers and sisters elsewhere until we get justice for everybody. So in solidarity, I say thank you.
And I think it's important to be sort of reminded that this is something that actually unites people, and this sort of desire for gay rights is something that unites people all around the world, and it is a global struggle. As I said, we've got a whole range of different groups of people supporting us here today. The next speaker I'm going to introduce is Peter Cookson, who's the Gay Men's League on Manchester City Council.
Good afternoon, and very pleased to see such a turnout for this important organisation. They've had this important event. So where does it start? Well, it starts by looking across the road and who those people are not like us, they're too different. What should we do about it? Well, we'll call them names, then we'll beat them up, then we'll send them away, so that we don't have to look at them, so we don't have to speak to them, or we don't have to interact with them. That's where it starts. Where does it end? It ends in Auschwitz and Belsen, or in Chechnya in this case. I cannot believe after 70 years that we are back where we started, and I'm here to give you solidarity from the people who represent you in the council, and to work together with the people of Manchester to express our horror and disgust with what's happening in Chechnya right now. And not just in Chechnya, as other people have said in other places around the world. We often forget here, living in a city like this, how lucky we can be, and we just accept life and look where we are now in Sackville Gardens, and we have the village and all these other things. And then we see something like this and we think, well, actually no, it's not all hunky-dory. The fight continues. So, in solidarity with the people of Chechnya, we will not ignore this, and we will fight it in every way that we possibly can, even from what is 2,500 miles away. And I think that our voices will be heard by the people in Chechnya. And I'd like to finish by remembering one line of a very famous poem that goes, when they came for the gay people and the LGBT people, I didn't speak up because I was not LGBT. Well, I am LGBT, we are LGBT, and we will speak up, and we will make our voices heard. We won't just speak up, we will shout it from the highest rafters.
Welcome. I want to say thank you to all the brothers, sisters and non-binary comrades of allowing me to speak here today. I just wanted to send a message of solidarity clearly and loudly from the BME community down at the university to where I live in Ashton, to all over Greater Manchester, to the LGBT community, and just wanted to say loudly and clearly that when your pain is our pain. We understand this. We understand this really clearly. That this is not, when we look at the horrors over in Chechnya, we know that this is not people acting in the name of Islam. This is the people acting in the name of fascism. This is the fascism which makes, as people have mentioned, like when our hijabi sisters are scared to go out on the streets because they know they're going to get attacked on those trams. It's the same fascism which says to some of our Jewish brothers and sisters that there are certain areas that they can't go to. It's the same fascism which says that when black lives are killed, whether it be in the States or over here, we understand what this is. This is people spreading their hate. And this is why it means so much for us to all come today and overthrow that hate with a message of love. I just wanted to say that as we know what is happening in Chechnya is abhorrent. One of the things that people have been saying though is that concentration camps for LGBT people, it's a new phenomenon. We know that it's not a new phenomenon. This has been happening for decades. This is not only happening in the Second World War, this has been happening throughout the 20th and 21st century. This is a resurgence of something which is happening in Europe, but we can see clearly this is something which is going on throughout the world. Which is kind of why I'm speaking today. One of my friends, Kalichi, she's supposed to be here today speaking. Like, Kalichi is an LGBT activist. She's a fantastic campaigner. She has the biggest heart that I've ever seen in any human. She's also multiply disabled and suffers from near constant pain. Kalichi was supposed to be speaking today, but the pain was too much for her. Kalichi is originally from Nigeria, and the government are trying to kick her out of this country. This government is trying to kick her out of this country to go back to Nigeria, where they know that in the best case scenario, she's going to be ill-treated. In the worst case scenario, she's going to suffer a horrible death. This is a country where when she gets deported to Nigeria, her family see her as a curse. Now, it's wonderful that we gather here today and send messages of solidarity and show our love and our compassion here. But what I'm saying is that, are we going to allow this to end today? Or are we going to go into actions tomorrow and the next day and the next day? Are we ready for that fight? Would it be really corny and really cheesy for us to all yell, "We love you, Kalichi"? So when my friends are here, can record it, we can send that to her, and so she knows that the people of Manchester will never forget her. We love you, Kalichi! We love you, Kalichi! Thank you, that was really sweet.
I think that is an incredibly powerful reminder how, from today we need to keep campaigning and keep fighting. I actually lied, we've actually got 2 more speakers, I forgot someone, sorry. But our next speaker is Jeremy, who's a community activist from Levenshulme, and he wants to talk about a sort of really great initiative they're going to have going in August, but I'll let him tell you about it.
I'm going to too old to get up on these things. Hello, as Fred said, I'm from Levenshulme, South Manchester. One of the things that I wanted to highlight was that the horrific reports coming out of Chechnya are not in isolation. Obviously there are LGBT oppressions all around the world, every day of the week, every day of the year. The fact that we can stand together here is a brilliant thing, but I remember that I've stood here on many occasions. I stood here last year at a vigil for Orlando. We had a vigil in Levenshulme for the murder of Joe Cox and for Orlando. We've stood here in the snow, in the sun as it is today, and we've stood here in the rain. We've stood here for all sorts of causes, for solidarity across the LGBT Rainbow Coalition, standing together as one, diverse and beautiful. And that is important to remember, that we all stand together to fight against oppression. One of the things that struck me very much over the last month, as the reports came out of Chechnya, was the silence. There was just silence when the reports first came out. And what I thought would happen, what many people thought would happen, is as those reports were clarified, as the information came out from journalists and from those on the ground in Chechnya, there would be a revulsion. There would be a call out from our politicians around the world against this, against gay concentration camps. Just think about that for a minute. We are having gay concentration camps murdering and torturing gay and LGBT people in Europe. That is horrific. And what have we had from our government? Nothing. Absolute silence. Just the other day, Hillary Clinton did speak out, for example, and there have been others speaking out gradually over the past few weeks. But where's the call? Where's the shout? Where's the rising up against this, particularly in Europe, when we have a history, a horrible history to remember and to fight against, and that fight goes on. The other thing to remember is that these are not extreme, isolated examples. It's part of a continuum. From people being called faggots in the street to people being murdered on the streets of Chechnya. It's part of the same thing. It's part of homophobia, it's part of oppression against LGBT people, it's part of intolerance and hatred. One of the things I wanted to just quickly mention was that about a month or so ago, there was an incident on Levenshulme High Street where on a day like this, beautiful sunny day, a gay couple were walking down the street, holding hands, walking past the market, thinking, oh, isn't it nice? And as they walked past somebody, they were turned to, spat at, and told that they were faggots. That is not acceptable. As a result of that, the community in Levenshulme have come together, and I am now chair of the new Levenshulme Pride. 2 weeks before Manchester Pride, August 11th and 13th, we will have our very first Levenshulme Pride as a direct result, as a fight against homophobia. And as Emma Speaker has said, it isn't just about coming together in the village and saying, for an event like this, it's about actually taking action. Taking action on your street, taking action in your community. Resistance and visibility is absolutely everything. Resistance and visibility against the hatred, against the murder, against the death counts. So I stand here in solidarity with the people of Chechnya, but also in solidarity with the people across Manchester, across the UK, and across the world who are constantly being oppressed, murdered, beaten up, just for who they are. And we will not stand for that in Levenshulme, we will not stand for that anywhere. Thank you.
Thank you. I mean, I think that is definitely something we can all support and get behind. So I look forward to is Pat Clinton, who's going to be speaking on behalf of LGBT support refugees and migrants, which is an organisation that's been over the last couple of years, and Pat's just going to talk a bit about what they've been doing.
A lot of things around there in that sense.
Thanks very much, Pat. And in terms of practical things people can do, people might have seen there's a leaflet that should have been going around. We are going to have an organising meeting next week, Wednesday at 7 o'clock in the Students' Union at the University of Manchester, where we're going to talk about what we really want to do next and where we want to go next after this. And everybody here is welcome, obviously, to come on to that. We've just got one more person who wanted to say a few words. Khalifa, who's an LGBT asylum seeker from Gambia, just wanted to share some of his experiences quickly with you.
Everyone. Sorry, my English language is not good. I will apologize to everyone for that. I'm from Africa, Gambia. I came here in this country to look at protection. Yeah, being a gay. I have been in this country for 11 months now. I came here to have a protection from the United Kingdom. But I'm very happy to be here as a gay. But I want to ask a question. Why the Africans don't have a freedom being a gay or being a lesbian in the Africa or Asia or the other part of the world? why they don't have a freedom. Why? I just want to ask a question for that because it's really horrible to be a gay man in Africa or be a lesbian in Africa or Asia or other part of the world. It's really horrible. I can't understand that. Why? Because we are all human beings. We are all human beings. Everybody has to get your own freedom. But why? The homosexuality in Africa is really dangerous. If sometimes when you want to meet your boyfriend, like you want to have something with your boyfriend, you have to go to the you have to meet him at the forest. So which is not good as a human being. So why? I want to ask that question. So we have to get our freedom, being a gay or lesbian, we have to get that freedom. So we came here for legal protection because we cannot have our freedom in our country being a gay. And we cannot change our sexuality. We can't change that because what we feel as a gay. We have to be like that. But we can't change that to be another sexuality which we don't like it. But in our country, when you are gay, you cannot show it in population. You have to hide. Your life is risky. So you cannot live. We can't live like that. That is why we came here in this country to look protection. But we can't go back. No, we can't go back. It's better we die here, but we can't go back. Because in our country, being a gay is something serious. We can't do that. But I'm very, 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 very sorry for each and everyone because my English language is not good. So thanks for everyone. Thank you very much.
Okay, thanks very much, and thanks to all the speakers. What we were thinking of doing now, as people are up for it, is just going for a sort of little parade around the village and around there, so that other people in Manchester can see that we're here and see what we're doing. So if people want to just follow the banners, we won't go very far. We'll probably just loop round and come back. We'll just loop round and come back to Sackville Garden where we're finished. But
going down to Market Street.
Yes, I think it's really sad that they're still having to fight prejudice and violence and intolerance and bigotry and xenophobia. I think all the political gains we made, we always need to assert them and to reaffirm them, and things like this remind us that there's still a long way to go to achieve full equality and tolerance.